are safe at your home, right? Today we will discuss about the last phylum of the plant kingdom, the Angiosperm actually. This is the last phylum of plant kingdom. After this, plant kingdom has been completed. Angiosperm, as the name indicates, sperm means the fruit, the seed. Angiosperms are the plant where the seeds are produced inside the fruit, right? They are actually the flowering. Commonly we call them the flowering plants. These are the flowering plants actually, because their shoot is modified into a structure is called flower, and flower consists the male and female gamete, which help to produce the gametes, and which help to produce the fertilization and formation of zygote, embryo, seed and fruit. They have a fruit which are absent in case of the gymnosperm, and their fruit wall is actually called the pericarp, right? And in case of angiosperm, ovules are present inside the ovary. Ovule form the seeds, and ovary produce the fruit. So this is the special character of the angiosperm, which is not present in any other kind of phylum of plant kingdom. Next important thing about their habitat, they are present all around the world. In any is either a temperate area, is either a like a tropical area, it is either a desertic area, in any aquatic area, in any condition they are present all over the world, in all conditions simply. Either it is a scarcity of water, excess of water, any condition, angiosperms are produced everywhere. If we will discuss, they may be grasses. They are started from the grasses, then the herbs, shrub, trees, all type of angiosperms are present over the earth, right? And these are the flowering plant. Obviously, one more thing about the angiosperm, about the nutrition, they have also photosynthetic pigment, the chlorophyll, which help to produce the green, which help to produce their own food, and this process is called the photosynthesis actually. It means they also show the photosynthesis, right? Next is they have like special character. If we resemble the angiosperm from the gymnosperm, gymnosperm have male and female strobili, or the microsporophylls are present, but in case of angiosperm there are male and female gametes are present here, right? These male and female gametes actually help for the production of the zygote and the embryo simply, right? Next about the angiosperms are they have about the vascular bundles, the all xylem and phloem. If we will discuss about the xylem and phloem, all the four cells, the xylem vessels, the xylem tracheids, parenchyma, fibers, all cells are present. In case of phloem, seed tubes, companion cells, the parenchyma cells and the fiber cells, all the cells are also present in case of the phylum in angiosperm. It means the vascular bundles are well developed, secondary growth also present, the ring formation, the heartwood and sapwood also show with the help of the secondary growth of xylem and phloem. So xylem and phloem are well developed in the angiosperm, which is not well developed in case of gymnosperm simply, right? If we will discuss about their reproduction, their mode of reproduction is a special type of character. It means they show the double fertilization. Actually, this is the point which we need to learn, double fertilization. Double fertilization is a very peculiar activity of angiosperm, which is not shown by any other plant phylum. This is the stigma, the style and the ovary, right? Here the embryo sac and the egg are present. This is the embryo sac actually. The male gamete which is produced into the angiosperm is called the pollen grain, right? And the female gamete which is present into the angiosperm is called the egg. There is the fusion of pollen grain and egg takes place in the angiospermic reproduction. This is called the double fertilization actually. What is the meaning of double fertilization? It means in angiosperm there are two time of fertilization takes place during one session, right? These pollen grains are actually produced inside the anther of the male structure, male part called the androecium. Androecium have anther and stigma. This is the gynoecium where the stigma, the style and the ovary, these are the part of the female reproductive system, and in case of male, like the anther and the stalk, or you can say that the filament is present, right? This complete structure is called the stamen or androecium. This is called the carpel or gynoecium. Pollen grains are produced inside here. When the pollen grains produce here, they become mature, and after maturity they comes out, or this process is called the dehiscence of the pollen grains. When they dehiscence out from the anther, they stick over the stigma like here, right? When they stick over the stigma, okay, one more condition is the fertilization is that the same species of pollen grain can germinate over the stigma of that flower. If the pollen grain of, you can say that the calotropis is stick over the stigma of any flower, any like rose flowers, so there is no fertilization takes place. It means species will be same. It should be same. It is the requirement of the fertilization. There is the same species will be required in case of the angiosperm. Otherwise, the stigma discard the pollen grain if pollen grain is of different species flower simply, right? When the pollen grain stick here on the stigma, pollen grain have two layer. Outer layer is called the exine layer like this, and inner is called the intine layer. Exine layer is made up of a protein is called the sporopollenin. This is the hardest matter which do not degrade in any condition. So there is one pore is present where sporopollenin absent because it cannot degrade out, so in time can not be germinate if it cannot degrade, right? So there is a pore through which the intine can come out from the pollen grain. So this pore is called the germ pore actually, where the pollen grain, where the pollen tube is arise. This is the reason where the pollen tube, when it goes endosmosis, it comes out from the this structure, this pollen grain. Intine comes out from here, from the germ pore actually. When the pollen grain stick here, right, then what will happen? It start to suck the fluid present over the stigma. Because of endosmosis, because it start continuously osmosis takes place. So due to endosmosis, the intine becomes swell up and it bursts. When it bursts, then it comes out in the form of a tube, because there is a very narrow space is present over the exine, right? This is called the germ pore. So that's why the intine comes out in the form of tube only. When the intine come out from the tube here, then the male gamete, here the two type of cells are present. These cells, one cell the called vegetative cell produce the pollen tube, and another is the germinative cell which start to division, and there is the mitosis takes place and the two male gametes are produced. Here the two male gametes produced inside the pollen tube during the fertilization. When there are two male gametes are produced, like there is the two male gametes, then the pollen tube goes into the region where the egg is present, right? So egg is present here at the micropylar region. So one gamete out of these two is fused this egg cell, and the another gamete is fused these two polar or central cell, you can say that. So in one condition there are two type of fertilization takes place. One is the egg cell, this is also haploid, plus another is the male gamete which is also haploid. fusion of female and male gamete is called the syngamy. This process is called the syngamy. Syngamy means fusion of two nucleus. They have two nucleus, haploid nucleus, and the fusion of nucleus is called the syngamy. And after the fusion of these two gametes, there is a cell is formed, is called the zygote. This zygote is always 2n, n plus n. This is the first fertilization, and zygote is produced the embryo, simply you can say that. Next is there is two polar cell or central cell. These central cell actually have cell is one like this, but nucleus are separated. There is no karyokinesis takes place in that condition. So there is nucleus is 1 n plus n. There is no fusion of nucleus takes place in central cell. Only the cytoplasm is fused in that cell, right? Plus again the another male gamete, because we have two male gamete. Because n plus n plus n, there are 3n. So this fusion is actually called the triple fusion, because there is the fusion of 3 haploid nucleus simply, and the product is formed is called the endosperm. And because there is the fusion of n plus n, so the structure of endosperm is always 3n. It means the number of chromosome is 3 times in case of the endosperm as compared to the other cell. Zygote have 2n, it means there are double number of chromosome, and they are, because they are gametes, so they have haploid number. It means half number of chromosomes are present in that gametes. So this is about the angiosperm. They are the flowering plant. Vascular bundles are well developed. Secondary growth is also present. Double fertilization is the best, like you can say that the feature of the angiosperm, which is not present in any other condition. Siphonogamy type of fertilization takes place. It means with the help of tube, right? Okay, one more thing about the angiosperm is that they have two type of plants actually, the monocotyledon and the dicotyledon. As the name indicate, monocotyledon, it means they have single coat. All the like monocots have single coat are present in their seeds. For example, the maize, the wheat, we cannot bifurcate these seeds into two parts, because they have only single cotyledon is present. Their leaves, if you morphologically identify or differentiate between the monocote and dicote, then monocote have parallel venation always, and their leaves are isobilateral like this. On the both surface, the number of stomata are same, and the sunlight is the texture of sunlight, you can say that the intensity of sunlight is same on the both surface of the leaves, right? But in case of dicote, there are two cotyledons are present. For example, the groundnut, you can easily bifurcate the groundnut seed into two parts, gram seed into two parts, because they have two cotyledons. And they have like this dorsoventral leaves. Upper surface get more sunlight as compared to the lower, so the number of stomata is present more in the lower surface as compared to the upper surface. And they have the reticulate venation, parallel venation like this. This is the leaf, this is the vein, and parallel venation. These veins are present like this. This is the parallel venation. And if we will discuss about the reticulate venation, this is the leaf, one bifurcate here, veins. Reticulate, there is no any like composition is there. They are reticulately differentiated veins are present, right? So this is all about the angiosperm, and this is all about the plant kingdom. Plant kingdom has been completed. In our next lecture, we will start our new chapter, and new kingdom is the animal kingdom.